to start the game, I was like, oh my gosh, one win away.
I'm just curious. You got technical foul. DJ got one. Mack is ejected. Blake fouls out. At some point, did you guys have to get out of where your own self to win, give yourselves a chance to win the game? Because you guys look like you were just going
I
on
guess.
in circles, going on in circles, couldn't get by each other.
Yeah, it wasn't. We wasn't mad at each other.
Well, not each other, but it's that you had so much going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on in the game. It was a very emotional game. For whatever reason, the game became emotional. You know, sometimes, you know, more than players can lose composure too. You know, it doesn't have to be just the players that lose composure in a game. All right? So, but anyway, we won the game, and I thought it's a great lesson for us. I kept saying it throughout, down the stretch. It's not over. There's plenty of time. It's not over. It's plenty of time. And I give them credit. They, you know, they kind of hung in there. You know, the not fouling and trapping instead. You know, I thought even the first one, they called the foul. I thought Love was about to travel because I think they assume you're going to foul. And I told our guys, we're not going to foul until like 6 seconds, you know, because the longer the clock goes, the more they thinking. And that turnover was huge. Dud makes a big 3 in overtime. A lot of guys stepped up for us.
You said before you don't like to know stats during the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what Jared was shooting from 3 in that game?
No, I never care. I don't. You know, listen, I've had Ray Allen. Guys who can shoot, you know, and I just believe that. If I stop believing that they can make a shot, you know, then they're going to stop believing too, and they're going to know it. So, you know, we drew up the play, and we thought Jamal or Dutch would be open with the way the pick and roll was run. And you know, when CP got up under the basket, you could see our whole bench. We knew one of the two would get a shot, and you know, you just have to make it, and he made it.
Doc, you talked since training camp about these guys sometimes hanging their heads.
Yeah.
But sticking with it.
Yeah, because today, it was really a good case of it because everybody lost their composure. Everybody. And, you know, we kept gathering ourselves, and I thought that was very important. There was a lot of times in that game where we could have just given in, you know, and we did.
Doc, a lot of the stats were pretty close except for rebounds throughout most of the game, and also three-pointers. Now, would you say this was a case of live by the 3 and die by the 3 as much?
Yeah, you know, we got wide open ones, you know. I thought the only thing I didn't like about the game, and I don't know what point it was, middle of the third, maybe fourth, we stopped playing with the motion that we've been playing with. All of a sudden, it was dribble, 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 or stand still and watch. And we'll never win that way. I can guarantee you that. It went on for like 6 minutes. At least it felt that way. It was probably 1 minute, but it felt like 6 minutes. And that allowed Minnesota's size to be big. You know, we're not going to play slow with them and think we're going to beat them. We had to play with space and pace, and we got away from that. And then in overtime, we got back to it, which was great.
Too many threes or just missing some?
Listen, I don't mind if my three-point shooters are open. I want them to take the 3 every single time. I don't want to dance and take a 3, but with ball motion and movement, we got guys that can make shots. And tonight, they wasn't going in.
What did they
for all
tell
the
you
resolve
about
that you showed in coming back, how hard do we go at them when you watch the film and see that offensive stagnation and see the way the technical?
Yeah, there's, you know, I haven't looked at this stuff, but I mean, we scored 120 points, and I'm complaining, and I should still, because I thought the way the game was going, we should have been better. Okay, defensively, that's our first bad defensive night in a long time, and they ducked in when they wanted to, and we took that away the last time. We were bad in our traps, and that's more on me than them. We don't work on it a lot. We don't do it a lot. We had to once DJ and Blake got in foul trouble, and we need to work on because we were awful at it. When we did trap, going the wrong side, we were in the wrong spots, and they took advantage. I think they made at least 1 3, maybe 2 3s out of our traps. And to me, that was on me. You know, we went with it, but we didn't work on it enough.
What did they tell you about Barnes's flagrant 2? Did they give you any?
They wouldn't give me an explanation. And only thing I'm going to say to that is this. First of all, it wasn't a flagrant 2. I didn't think it was a flagrant 1. He got mostly ball and he swung at it. My only problem in that is the way that was done was Blake should have been looked at. I don't know if it was flagrant or not with Kevin Love, but that should have, if you're going to look at match, you have to look at Blake's. And I still haven't seen it, so I don't even know. but it was an elbow to the head where a guy was bleeding. I think we should at least look at that, and they refused to look at it. So I was really surprised by that.
How realistic, though, is reputation amongst more than anything in this case?
I guess, but during the game, he's earned his reputation. Having said that, you still got to do your job, and if you think he did it, he did it. If you don't, he didn't. You still got to do what's required by the rules. I haven't seen the play, so I don't know what it was. You guys have seen it. Was it a flagrant two? I don't know. Can I get a hands? Can I get a show of hands? Or you guys, you don't want to say anything?
Matt will say it's the kind of foul that he wishes he could have done 5 years ago.
Yeah, but then I didn't see it, so I can't comment on what happened. So I just thought the other one was above the head too, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So.
But who knows why they didn't motion, trying to move the ball through, trying to get through to the elbow in the temple. They didn't look at it. Probably was the big beef that you.
Yeah, that's the only beef I have. But listen, the game was played by the players, and at the end of the day, it was finished by the players.
You're reasonably pleased with 20 wins going into the Christmas?
I guess since I didn't know it until just then, yeah, I guess I am. I don't even know that. Honest to gosh, I don't even look very often so early for me. And, I just like that our team's coming together. And that's good for us. Like a win like this, that's good. These are the type of wins that brings your team closer and closer and closer together. So I like that. We have a long way to go, in my opinion, as far as play. But the one thing that is clear is that our team's coming together, and that's a big thing for us.
You guys have had a couple of those games over the last stretch.
Yeah, yeah.
Do those just kind of pop up across the?
Yeah, they pop up across the calendar. Minnesota played great tonight. They really did. They made shots. They executed their stuff. That was the Minnesota we saw earlier in the year. They play like that. They're going to win a lot of games. So it was a good win for us.
Did you look at the schedule earlier and to see back-to-back Christmas Day and after and think, like, what do we have to do here?
Well, when I got the schedule, that's the first thing I always look at. I go to that date. And I've 7 years in a row now. I've been on the wrong side of that, but you still look at it as an honor too. That's the way I try to look at it. That our team's playing on Christmas Day, and the league feels that we're worthy of that. And so, we should look at it as an honor. And once you sign on to play in the NBA, there is no holidays. And you got to accept that, guys. We all do pretty well. We can miss a couple holidays.
Can you talk about what you're thinking when Dudley had to guard Kevin Love there at the end in overtime?
Yeah, we were just going to trap because what I was thinking is spacing on the other end, keeping those monsters out of the paint. And so since I knew we were going to trap, I thought their best three-point shooter was the guy with the ball in the post. If you trap him and they swing it, he can't be the guy that they swing it to for three. And that's what we were looking at.
Is Darren energy and the things that he's bringing sort of
that's what we need.
Last couple of games?
That's what we need from him. We just want him to be that. Like, his offense will come from his energy. What's the old saying? Energy finds the ball. And tonight, his energy found the ball. And that's what we need him to do consistently. All right. Thank you, guys.